Tony D and cranky little Joan in the background, and this is a screenwriter's rant on Good Fortune starring Keanu Reeves, Aziz Ansari, who writes and directs, and Seth Rogen. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. The links in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys, books 1 through 17. Sorry, 18. We're up to 18. Sometimes I forget. Available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. All right. So, Keanu Reeves plays an angel who wants to do more for the people he tries to help. So he's not too bright. Like, I think Keanu Reeves is playing kind of a dumb guy, but like innocent. And so he tries to help Aziz's character, and basically he swaps his life out with Seth Rogen, who's rich. And so Seth Rogen gets his life, and Aziz gets the rich life. And he's trying to show him, this is in October, he's trying to show him that being rich won't solve all your problems, but that it does solve most of his problems. So then the movie turns into sort of a weird, like, well, what are we going to do now kind of comedy where nobody's happy except Aziz. And then, Keanu Reeves has to figure out how to fix the situation and, gain as an angel. So here, Seth is now has Aziz's old life, and he comes to a party at his house because now he's a food delivery guy, and Keanu is trying to get him back in his house or whatnot. And then somehow the angel ends up becoming a fry cook or whatever, smoking cigarettes. I don't know. But because Aziz Ansari wrote and directed this, I definitely want to see it. He's very funny. I was just talking about him the other day. I think his whole career kind of got shafted. He was on his way up, and he got Me Too'd, I feel, very unfairly by a girl he dated. And he didn't really do anything. I mean, he made a move on her. Like, not a grabby, assaulty move, but a move, and then she wrote about it in an article breathlessly as if the guy did something illegal, I think, in my opinion. And that kind of seemed to have hurt him. He was pretty much booted from his own show. He was doing that Master of None show, and then I think he kind of disappeared from it. But at least, I think behind the scenes he was still on the show, but he wasn't on camera. And I think that was a response to the whole Me Too thing. It was like, oh, Aziz, you can't be on this show anymore. Everybody's mad. Well, hopefully he's coming back because he is very funny. And I always liked him. I liked him on Parks and Rec. So here he is back with Keanu Reeves. I think this is his love interest. The girl works at a Walmart. It's about poor and rich people, basically. I hope it doesn't get into any socialist kind of nonsense. I don't think it does. It does get a little pseudo-religious because there's an angel in it, but I think Aziz is handling it like a comedian, meaning he's only using these elements so there'll be more serious things in it so he can do the comedy, right? So first act, Aziz has a terrible life. He's living in his car. He's struggling, and he works for Seth Rogen's character, who's rich. And then Keanu Reeves, meanwhile, is trying to work his way up the ladder in Angel Land, and they either give him a chance or he just tries to do it on his own, and he swaps out Aziz with Seth Rogen, and to teach him a lesson about how his life will still be miserable even though he's not rich. And then Aziz is happy. And now Seth Rogen's character is miserable. Because in the old days, that what would happen? Like, oh, he'd swap him out. And he at first he'd be happy, but then he'd realize, being rich, he still has problems. And then the Seth Rogen character would kind of enjoy working, and realize, hey, I got to be a better person. That sort of dynamic's still gonna kind of happen, but in a more comedic way. So I think they all just sort of become friends, and then in the end, it sort of all works out, I think. All right, let's see. But good on Aziz for writing and directing this, because I like the look of it. Title could have used some work, but a well-meaning but rather inept angel named Gabriel meddles in the lives of a struggling gig worker and a wealthy venture capitalist. So, it's very modern, too. So, yeah. Keke Palmer is the love interest. Oh, I didn't recognize it. So, I like the look of it. It's coming out in October. This would, to me, be a better movie to release in the summer or in the spring. Lighter movie. But, October's not a bad time for this. It's a little bit, because there's an angel, there's sort of a different kind of creature in it. So it kind of balances out. There'll be a bunch of demon movies out. But yeah, I would see this. Would I see it in the theater? Maybe. This would have been the kind of movie back in the day me and my friends would go see as a group, right? Wouldn't be a date movie, although it could be a date movie. It looks fun and light. But yeah, me and my friends would go and we'd see it and then go hang out afterwards. So, yes, I hope this does well for Aziz. Anyhow, that's it for me, Tony D, and Little Joan, who's not cooperating today. Thanks for tuning in. I'm doing, what is it? Azalea at Cineminson today at 2, so I got to get going for that. That's only for the residents and their families, but Friday I'll be at Words Matter Bookstore in Pitman, New Jersey from 5 to 8, and I will be doing the talk on how to hunt the Jersey Devil. It's a nice big space in the bookstore, and it's really nice, so come on out to Pitman. There's all kinds of stuff to do on Friday. Hope to see you there. We'll see you in the next one.